What's that? On the air?
Is it a true crime expose?
Is it a self-help podcast about unlocking your inner hero?
Is it three guys talking about movies?
No, it's City of Supers. In the bustling metropolis of Apex City lives heroes, villains, and everyone in between. Two courageous souls, the former Rat Lad Beck Wayward and up-and-coming superhero Donny Dennis, dare to do the impossible. Interview some of them in a podcast. This week,
Villainy 101 with Henchman 201.
Hello and welcome to our inaugural episode. My name is Beck Wayward.
And my name is Donny Dennis. Beck, I am so excited.
Donny, I think we're really about to capture lightning in a bottle. I really do. But let's tell the folks at home what they're in for. Here in Apex City, of course, we all know, there are a lot of superpowered beings, there are a lot of supervillains, and there's a lot of people in between, and it seems like everyone's got a story or two, isn't that right?
That's exactly what it seems like.
So think of this as a chat show. You're sort of ticket to the rest of the world outside of your window. Now, Donny, you've got a bit of a connection to the superpowered being world, isn't that right?
It is. So, right now I'm 24, and I just kind of looked at my life and I just thought, what am I doing with it? And I really want to be doing superhero stuff. And
it's really the only cool thing to be doing at this point.
Which is one of the main reasons we wanted to start this podcast is I want to learn more about the superhero world. And also, no one's doing a podcast where they're interviewing these superheroes, which is crazy to me.
It's insane. Sometimes you see them on the local news networks, and they'll have a little chat. They'll have a kitten in their arms, and they'll go, "No questions, please." We want to break through that barrier.
Yeah, we want to know, how did you get to the tree?
Donny, for the folks at home, how are you? What are the steps you've been taking to walk into the superpowered lifestyle?
Well, I think I've been looking at superheroes, and I've been seeing, well, how did they get their powers? What have they been doing?
Of course.
I've been doing a lot of radioactive and toxic play.
Oh, how's that been working out for you?
I've just been kind of, I kind of just started out, so I don't want to embarrass myself. But
Describe play.
Describe play like, going to a trash can that's not mine and looking straight up and just putting my hand in.
And this is a trash can with the radioactive, so like the nuclear waste plant, let's say, and you're going to the trash can there.
That'd be a good idea. I've been going to local restaurants. That'd be actually a really good idea.
How's it been going? How has your radioactive play been going?
I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like I have something started. If I try really, really hard and I think about it really hard, I can give myself a headache.
Okay.
I think that is at the very least something.
It's definitely not nothing.
No, it's not, because I didn't used to be able to do that. Now, Beck, when we had this idea, I thought you were such a great asset for this podcast, and if you want to, explain why.
That's very charitable. I'd first like to mention that Donny and I have been friends for a great long time now. We were raised together at St. James Infirmary Boys Home.
Yes, it was a boys' home. We were raised by Mrs. James, which was no relation, which was to the saint, which I thought was interesting.
No relation to the saint, no.
And that's where we just got to know each other.
Yeah, we grew up for years and years, and this is sort of where my story begins. Of course, yes, I am Beck Wayward. You probably listening at home, you do know my name. I was Rat Lad. From the years of 12 to 20, I was Rat Lad. Or I should say I was a Rat Lad. There have been many Rat Lads before me, and there will be many later on. But this is my short 8-year stint as a sidekick to the ravaging rat. And, let me tell you, folks, retirement is a snore. It can be, I used to people used to fire ray guns and shit at me all the time. And now I'm just sitting around in my loafers. And so Donny comes up, says he wants to learn more about the superhero game. I thought, well, I've got some connections, and being in the field for so long, there's so many people I've fallen out of touch with. There's so many people I wanted to work with or fight or tie up in a rope on a lamppost at some point that I just didn't get the chance to. And that brings us to our first, we've got a guest.
We do have a guest, and yes. I am excited. And, viewers understand that in the process of getting a podcast, I think we can work our way up to, dare I say, a Dr. Arachnid or a Count Fisticuffs.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine getting War Pig in a studio? I don't know how big the studio would even have to be.
I don't know.
We'll get an airplane hangar if we want to get War Pig in here.
We probably could. We oh man. I'm getting shaky thinking about it. But we do have a guest, which we are very excited about. Mm-hmm. And he told us to introduce him as Henchman 201.
Well, hello guys. Hey, I'm so excited to be here. I'm thrilled. It's an honor. It really is.
We're excited to have you, Henchman.
Thank you.
Can I just call you Henchman?
Yeah, go ahead. Call me Hench, actually. Hench. It's just a little more casual, a little more fun. That's who I am. That's what we henchmen are,
Short and sweet. Hench.
Yeah. Hench. Like that kind of thing. It's a little fun. We have fun with it.
I love it, Hench.
That's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Hench, how long have you been in the I guess you could call it the crime syndicate?
Yeah, I guess you could. I don't usually like to think about it as a crime syndicate. It's more of it's more of a brotherhood, really. I've been henching my whole life. I guess not my whole life. I started around when I was maybe 13, 14. And I've been henching. I currently hench for Skeltron. That's like my main hench. I guess I'm one of his main henchmen. But I've been working for him for a number of years now, maybe 10 plus years. And yeah, does that answer your question? I've been doing it for so long. I don't even remember from before I was henching,
Oh, that's sad.
No, it's okay. No, it's not. It's great, actually.
When you say brotherhood, is that how it was marketed to you?
That is how it feels. Like, have you ever been in a room with 500 plus people? All of you look exactly the same, and all of you are living for the same purpose. That's brotherhood.
Is that like elementary school or?
No, it was a bit of a school, just learning how to use, ray guns. A lot of harpoon play.
A lot of play in this episode.
Describe what harpoon play is to you.
Well, there's two forms of harpoon play. Sometimes it's where, we're defending Skeltrax's underwater lair and we shoot at some people. Other times we're just in the yard and, someone's got a watermelon and we're trying to hit it, We're just having a good time. Just having a good time.
Business and casual harpoon play.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I think
really
a lot of people
is.
would really love to be part of a brotherhood like that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
When you talk to your fellow henchmen or Skeltron, did you say?
Skeltron, yeah, Skeltron. I mean, him. He's one of the, maybe I'm biased, but I think he's one of the best villains out there.
Is he a West Coast kind of a villain? The name doesn't.
Yeah, no, he's a coastal, like coast to coast a little bit. He does a lot of work in the like plains. But
he's a very niche. He's a niche.
Yeah, if you know him, you love him, or if you know him, you hate him. I guess I know him and I love him, but he's making waves. He's making waves.
That's funny that you say that he's more of a plains guy, because you said he's making waves. You are in a wetsuit.
Yes,
correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so this isn't like an ocean guy, yeah?
No.
Okay.
This is not an ocean guy. He is half skeleton, half man. His lair, he works. I'm not going to say where his lair is, of course. That would be...
Oh, you got us.
Yeah. You almost got me there, but I won't say. But his lair is in an underground lake. So it's pretty easy to miss, that's kind of where we end up being most of the time. And there's great views up above, but when we're actually in the lair, it's a lot of swimming. We have to get used to it. And the suits come in handy a lot more than just underwater. It's fast, fun, and casual, It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. I'll say that much.
I have to say, the first thing that I noticed by you was your suit, and I think that's really cool.
Thank you.
And do most people get started out at around like 13, or is there older recruits?
Honestly, of people of all ages, I what I like to say is that you're never too old to hench. A lot of people think this is like a community where, or this is an industry where you got to be young. If you're, oh no, I'm 25, I can't get out of here. anyone can hench, and anyone can start really living whenever they make the decision to join up with Skeltron.
This is interesting because I'm sitting around. I'm the old man over here, 23 years old, sitting around. He's taking recruits in their well into their 20s.
He's taking recruits into their 30s.
Oh, wow.
I one of my great friends, he's a mentor to me, really. Henchman number 15. He is an amazing man. He's in his 50s. And you know what? He didn't join up until he was into his late 30s. Wow. He was 38 when he started, and now he's already at Henchman number 15. That kind of lateral movement, we value age and wisdom here at Skeltron.
Can I ask, what is the kind of interview process like to become one of Skeltron's henchmen?
It's not too hard. Anyone can do it. It's really
here. Talk me through it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm interested. I've been living in Apex City all my life. I've been fighting for the good guys for most of it.
Boo,
we've all had.
Boo, I kid. We have fun.
But we've all had our couple. I've had a couple months in the middle there where I was interested in henshin. I was kind of a little more vigilante. Don't tell the ravaging rat that.
I won't.
But I'm a little interested in what it's like to be bad. So kind of talk me through the recruitment process.
Well, honestly, the recruitment process couldn't be easier.
Sure.
Once all you got to do is you just have to know someone, right? You just kind of have to have an in. And, I guess I could be your in. I could be an in for anyone listening. Just, there's just a form online. You fill that out. And you'll get sent to a compound. They'll find you. Don't worry, they'll find you.
Let me bring up this form.
Mm-hmm.
If I just Google Skeltron?
Skeltron henching, that should probably get you there.
Skeltron hench. The PDF?
Yeah, it'll be a PDF. You would have to, this is a little archaic, but you'd have to print it out and mail it in, actually. Make sure that extra effort is make sure you want to do it,
I'm looking at it here. Okay, all right. It's a little... I'll describe it as personal.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And a lot of these are... honestly, it seems like a lot of this is just about getting measurements for the wetsuit itself. There are a lot of very personal measurements here that I don't even know how I wouldn't be able to get a ruler in a lot of these places.
I know. Don't worry. I know tailors all over the country. We can set you up with whoever you want. Honestly, it's true. A lot of it ends up being making the wetsuit, because these things, these are made out of, what's that from MeUndies, the MeUndies material? These are MeUndies,
right?
Oh, wow.
But the material,
that is very obviously form-fitting.
Yes, thank you.
I can see that is specifically made for you, and I like that. It is a brotherhood, but there is a level of individuality that something that I think a lot of people have been trying to search for their entire life.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling lower. I've moved past the measurement section, which I'll be honest, is a couple of pages deep.
For
sure. And it's asking a lot of very personal questions about my mental well-being and about something called my Zeta level. What's a Zeta level?
Well, a Zeta level, they measure they're the measurement of your Skeltrons.
And okay.
Talk us
through what a Skeltron is in terms of a unit of measurement.
Well, okay, sorry, but your ignorance is showing. The Zetas are the measurement of the Skeltrons. Now, of course, Skeltron is obviously he is. Some call him a villain. I call him honestly a friend.
And when you address him, you don't go, "Hey, Skeltron." What would you say?
Oh, I say, "Hail, Skeltron."
Okay.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
Hail, Skeltron, no doubt.
Okay.
We all usually say it all together. But it's not. It's good. It's not what you're thinking. It's good.
And my Zeta levels are how much of Skeltron is within me.
Exactly. Yes, we all have Skeltron within us.
Ooh, boy.
That's one of the first things we learn.
And I'm sorry. Beck, I'm looking over your shoulder. This might be a typo. Instead of salary range, it says pay range. Like, how much are you willing to pay?
Yeah.
So this is not a...
No, it's... You really have to commit. You have to make sure... obviously, Skeltron is he's one of the most prolific people in the world. A
I
genius.
disagree.
He's a genius. He really is. If you disagree, that's on you. And I'm not here to debate Skeltron with you. I'm here to have a good time. But yeah, but he's a busy, smart man, and I mean, how can you expect him to pay for everything? These wetsuits are not cheap, so you have to, you give something, you get a lot more than whatever you end up paying.
I'm sorry, this is just such a fascinating document. It seems to be there's a table that on one row is how much money you're paying, and then it says equals this amount of Skeltrons.
Yeah.
So it seems like you achieve Skeltrons through payment?
Yeah, so it's I mean it's in the scripture, right? It's
I'm
easier
sorry,
for...
I'm sorry. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this in the first interview and where I interrupt you a lot. But when you say scripture...
I mean, the books of Skeltron.
Okay.
I'm just going to cut in here. I'd love to hear all about the books, plural, of Skeltron, but we need to take a break.
Were you born with extraordinary powers? Are you a mutated individual known as a metamorph? Did you attend a top-ranking metamorph school and did your superheroing days not pan out? You're not alone. Hello, my name is Alvin Zeddemore, President and CEO of Alvin Zeddemore's 2-year Metamorph Polytechnic Institute. We're here to give you the tools that you need to bring your gifts to the professional world. But don't take my word for it, ask our students.
With the flexible learning environment, I'm able to get my degree on my own time. That's important to me, both as an immortal interdimensional being that experiences time backwards and as a mother.
I have the ability to move metals with my mind. Unfortunately, those metals have to be inside a Honda Civic. Thanks to Alvin Zeddemore's 2-year Metamorph Polytechnic Institute, I'm working up to 6 hours a week at a chop shop, taking apart cars. Honda Civics, to be exact.
Bonjour, my thing is I saw a card, it's not exactly how you say A-list power, yeah. Zedmore set me up with a cushy job dealing blackjack at a local casino, and I've never been happier. Well, I mean, I guess I've never used my powers at a job before, and that's cool. The customers, they think it's cool. They say, hit me, I go pow, and they find this very amusing.
And with only 15 students currently enrolled, you can get the personal care and attention you just can't find at a big-name school.
Just go to az2mpi.godaddy.com/edu and use the promo code FREECOLLEGE for 15% off your application fee. That's az2mpi.godaddy.com/edu, promo code FREECOLLEGE.
Alvin Zeddemore's 2-year Metamorph Polytechnic Institute.
Forging your future.
Make your checks out to cash.
We're here talking to henchman number 201, the villain,
Hey guys.
the boss Skeltron, and he was just about to get into what he called the books of Skeltron.
Yeah, I mean, this is all pretty rudimentary stuff, right? I mean, you guys know about the books of Skeltron. I mean, how specific should I be here?
Specific.
Yeah, I would say if they have any sort of specific laws.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of rules to live by, but those are not... No, you know what? That's what they are. They are rules to live by. Because the rules of society, those are rules to die by. And
hold on. Sir, this is a society. and I don't want you disparaging that. Just know that you're talking within a society right now, please.
One thing we will not have tolerated on this podcast, and we should have told you before this, the fact that this is a society, and we will not have you trash it on the program.
Okay, I do feel like I'm being blindsided here, but
Were you not aware?
I was not aware.
I feel like every time I go online and I'm looking up all about because I'm so interested in superheroes, anytime I'm looking up superheroes online, I find a slew of people reminding me that this is a society.
And that's your problem. You're going online. That's not allowed. Not allowed in the books of Skeltron. The internet, right? Why is it called the internet? Because it entangles you. It wraps you up, and you're no longer free to be yourself. Think about that. Let's all pause and think about that.
I've got a name. You have a number. I don't see where you're coming from.
All right, but what's your name, right? No, you're Beck, right?
My name is Beck Wayward, yes.
Yeah. How many people have the name Beck, huh?
Let me Google it.
Yeah.
16, it says.
Yeah. I guess that's 15 more than the people who have the number 201. So how's that for individuality?
He's got me there.
I'm back in.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Can you print that out? The PDF?
Print it up.
It's printing. It's printing in the other room. We're in my den. We're in the
beautiful.
conversation pit of my den right now, and it's printing in the home office.
I love the decor here. I really do.
Thank you. It's very Art Deco, sort of a little bit leaning architecturally. It's more mid-century, but I guess Donnie wants to hear all about these books and what they can do for him.
Do you have like a 10 Commandments?
Yeah, it's
Read 'em off.
It's actually only 5, which is great. 10 is so many, right? That bogs your mind. This is we're all about.
No.
Honestly, Skeltron's about freedom, freeing yourself of the constraints of the world. Now, we call them the 10. We call them the 5 Skeltrons, of course.
Okay.
So you have Skeltrons, and he's Skeltron, and you follow the Skeltrons.
Exactly. I'm glad you're on board.
I'm not. No.
Skeltron 1 is live without fear. Pretty straightforward, right?
I like that
nice.
one. I like that.
Yeah. So much we're just ooh, but forget that. Live without fear. Skeltron number 2, be at peace. Who doesn't love peace?
Those sound similar.
I mean, no. They're pretty different. Right?
You're don't ask me.
Yeah, right?
I don't think they're. No, I don't think they are. If you're asking me, no, I think they're pretty similar.
I will say you did take one piece of criticism and immediately almost threw out your beliefs. I'm a little on the fence now.
No, it's not. No, he's wrong.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, no,
I'm back in.
Yeah, okay, good. God, I love it. 2 new recruits here. This is huge.
No.
Skeltron number 3, forget your family.
Forget my family.
Forget your family.
I don't have a family. I'm an orphan. We're both orphans.
Good.
That's actually perfect. We're both orphans, so yeah, that's good for both of us.
I find it insulting.
I'm sorry. These are the tenets of, these are the Skeltrons that we live by. But we have to forget our family so we can, and this is Skeltron, what am I on, 4?
This is what's Skeltron 4, yeah.
Yes, Skeltron 4, accept your new family.
And
once again, these feel like the same thing said 2 different ways.
It should,
are they
I
really?
would have to say it should be a Skeltron 3A and a Skeltron 3B.
I'll take it up with Skeltron, but he won't. We're pretty set on these. I think they work out pretty well for us.
Are you set on them, or did he tell you that everyone is set on them?
Oh, both. He told me, and I believed him. And honestly, if you knew Skeltron, you would believe him too. He's charismatic.
Bring it home.
Yeah, what's Skeltron 5?
Number 5, trust in Skeltron. That's the easiest one.
What's an occasion where Skeltron has asked you to trust him?
Well, Skeltron never asks us to trust him. This is not, and now maybe this isn't clear. Okay, I'm sorry.
Can I ask, did he write the 5 Skeltrons?
He did not. I'm glad you said this. No. These are, Skeltron is like he's a greater being than us. He's a step ahead. He's more than human.
Does he have superpowers?
I mean, half skeleton.
What half?
I would...
Vertical split.
Ups or downs? Upstairs, downstairs. Upstairs skeleton?
He's an upstairs skeleton. Real meaty legs.
Is it upstairs?
I mean, you look at his quads, you don't even need to know the Skeltrons, and you're trusting in that guy, you know?
No, I don't know. What? I'm asking you, what have you had to trust him about? Because you work for him. You put your life on the line. I imagine superheroes, great and small, trying to break into this secret lair, trying to stop
the time.
Skeltron. And you're just throwing your life away, and he's not even telling you that you need to. It's just already a rule that he didn't even write.
Yeah, well, he did not write. Honestly, sometimes I think he's not even too happy about those rules. But they're the rule. They are the rules. We have to live by them. The rules were not written per se. They weren't really written. They were more, I guess, handed down. I passed down, it might be the best way to phrase it.
Interesting. And who did Skeltron get them from?
Well, Skeltron didn't even get them. That's the crazy thing. It was actually Henchman 1 who got them.
Who's Henchman 1?
Henchman 1.
Well, what's his deal?
His deal is that he was the first Skeltron. He had the...
Woof.
Yeah, exactly. He had the foresight to really see this half skeleton, half man for what he was.
Henchman number 1.
Yes.
Sees Skeltron, a man who is upstairs skeleton, says, I'm going to write a book about this man.
No. Sorry. No. He sees Skeltron 1 and says, that's someone special. That's a guy who's going
I feel
places.
like we're saying the same thing.
Are we really though? That one's a real question.
What's Skeltron like after a day of work?
Super chill. Sometimes he'll just play Nintendo with us. It rocks.
Now, Donnie, are you on board now?
I forgot where I stood, but currently I'm back in.
Goodness gracious. Well, we're just about ready to wrap up here. Hench, do you have any messages to the listeners? Any last requests?
I guess if I had to, I would say either find that PDF, find the recruitment form,
sure,
or if you have an interest, Skeltron knows. He knows. We'll find you. We'll find you.
We'll find you.
And then, if I can just have the last word, hail Skeltron.
You cannot.
Absolutely not. And maybe we'll edit that out. I'm back out. Henchman, thank you so much. I think we learned a lot about ourselves.
I learned nothing new about myself that I didn't already know.
Oh, I really am so excited. Glad to be here. I hope I get to come back. I mean, this was a great time and feel like I've really reached people with this. Done something big.
You and I will have to agree to disagree. But that's going to be our show. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to tell a friend to listen in as well. Donnie, do you have any last things to say?
I just want to say I'm very excited to start this journey with you, Beck. I'm very excited to fill out this PDF and start any possible journey I have with Hench.
Okay, I'm gonna have that PDF shredded. But thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Till then,
hail Skeltron.
Jesus, no. Goodbye.